Welcome to Gone in 60 Seconds. Now, I am here today with the new IONIQ 9. Yes, the 6 or 7 seater from Hyundai, fully electric. And this is probably one of my favorite cars of the year so far. We're going to drive it, we're going to have a look around it, we're going to have a look inside it, and I'm going to tell you what we think, whether you should buy one, and whether it lives up to that thought in my head about it being a favorite. So please do like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you think. Do you like the colour? I know it's a bit dirty, but tell me in the comments what you think about this. Do you think it is the ultimate family SUV? So let's start by taking a look around the outside of the IONIQ 9. Now, first of all, its face. It's really, really obvious what it is. You can tell from a mile off. Now you've got the pixel LED headlights and so many of these little pixels that it's really, really good looking. All your sensors are in the front there. And it's very smart, isn't it? I mean, obviously it's massive. And you look at the side of it and you think, wow, that's going to take me a week to walk down the side of it because it is such a big car. But obviously it's got room for 6 or 7 people, so it needs to be big. It's got a very good reason for being big. Now, one of the things about this car is wheel cladding in different trims. You can have that styled in different ways. I think in the body colour it probably looks the best. You've got the trim across the bottom there and the roof rails also. These wheels look absolutely massive, but they look really in proportion with the car. This metal kind of chrome trim running down the side almost completes it and makes it look really, really smart. Now from the back, it's got these lights that run up and over the back, which are really, really distinctive. Almost Volvo-esque, I think, from back in the day. And I think that's really smart, actually. This one is a bit dirty because it's been driven around a bit by journalists all day. So it's not perfect, but you get the idea. And more pixels across the bottom and in the middle there. I think that's such a strong looking car. That is electrically operated in there. There's your charging ports. So the reason you buy one of these is because of this third row. Now in here, I've got absolutely tons of room. Look at this, absolutely tons of room. Loads of room for my knees and my head. Wow, you've got 2 cup holders, you've got charging. That's pretty nuts, actually. The amount of space you get in here is pretty incredible. And this seat is actually really, really comfortable. I like this a lot. It feels great. Can you imagine being a child in here? This is mad. And Isofix. These back 2 seats have got Isofix points. Wow. In the middle row, this is the 6-seat configuration. You can buy this with a 7-seat bench in the middle as well. Now, from my position where I was in the front, I got so much room still. Absolutely tons of room. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of what it's like in here. Now, in this section in the middle here, you've got your ambient lighting, your switches, you've got 2 cup holders, absolutely acres of room in the door bins, speakers, there's a pocket there as well. Oh, USB-Cs on the side of the seats, as well as buttons on the side of the passenger seat to move it forwards and backwards if you need to. Climate control on the back here for your passengers, and you've got a massive storage bin here which is accessible from the front also, so your parents can feed you some sweets to keep you quiet in the journey. But these seats, these captain's chairs in the 6-seat version are yeah, they're a bit special, aren't they? I mean, it feels in here like so comfortable. You would be very, very happy to be driven around in this, I must admit. If you are a child and you're sitting in the back of one of these, you're going to feel like you've won the lottery. It feels amazing, and the room in here just, wow, It feels incredible. We've also got blinds on the back windows, which are really, really useful. Let's have a look at the boot, shall we? I've done this in the wrong order. Normally, the boot goes first, but today, there's the button for the boot. Now, excuse the stuff in it because there is quite a lot of junk in here at the moment, but this is actually a really big size. You've got your 12 volt here. You've also got buttons to flip down the middle and the third row of seats, and a 3-pin plug for charging your laptop or your powering your coffee machine if you're on holiday and you're camping or whatever. That is quite exceptional, I think. This boot space, and I know it doesn't look it from this video, but I can get in here. There is so much space in there. You can easily put a buggy still all put together in the boot without having to fold it down. So that is quite exceptional space. Popping out your handles on this. Okay, so let's have a look in the front. Now you've got the ambient lighting over there, all across the front. Also, the screen feels like it floats because the lighting just seeps out underneath, which is all rather exciting. This calligraphy trim, it's like a marble. It's all very zen. You've got your 4 dots. Now, if you've watched Line of Duty, you'll know that 4 dots is Morse code for H, which is Hyundai, or Hyundai, how you want to say it. If you haven't watched Line of Duty, then where have you been? Steering wheel in here is exactly as you would expect, with real physical buttons and toggles. Amazing. Down here in the middle, you also got controls and buttons, physical buttons for your climate control, and this touch panel here, which again is for climate control, but it's dedicated, so it's always there and you don't have to go fishing through the screen to make it work. Down here you've got your wireless charging. You have got 3 USB-Cs and a UVC button in here as well for disinfecting your phone if you put it in the bottom there. Now, this center console is rather exciting because it moves forwards and backwards. It's like a little island. So depending on what you need and your preference, you have got a very flexible space. Your wireless charging is here. Sorry, it's not there, is it? Your wireless charging is here. Cup holders with grip in them, some buttons for your cameras, etc. And this box in the middle, there is loads of space in there. And you can put stuff in there and people can access it from the back, which is absolutely fantastic. Should we turn it on? So there you go. This is what it looks like inside with the screen on. It's 2 distinct screens built into one housing, which is all very smart. If you've ever been in a Kia or a Hyundai before, you know exactly what you're looking for. Now let's look at the door pocket. Again, you've got this amazing ambient lighting and it is really well styled. Huge pockets in the doors and a Bose sound system. So you have got speakers absolutely everywhere and it is quite the thing, I must admit. It is pretty spectacular. Car, let's have a very quick scoot on the website to see what the pricing etc of this car is. So you've got the 6-seater at 78,000 and the 7-seater at 64,000. The 6-seater is obviously more expensive because you've got the captain's chairs etc. With the trim, you only get the calligraphy trim on this 6-seat model, which gives you all of the suede, the leather steering wheel, the fascia, the UVC tray, the Napa leather and the 21-inch alloy wheels. You get performance all-wheel drive as your powertrain. That is an all-electric range, WLTP of 372 miles. Obviously that's in all ideal conditions, but that is still quite a big range. Options, you can only add the one option on here, and that's digital side mirrors. Don't do that, it's not worth it. Exterior, all your different colors here. There's the green, the abyss black, etc, etc, etc. You can obviously pay extra for all of these different colors. terms of accessories, you can add side steps and all sorts of little bits and pieces, and you get a choice of the black dove and grey and the black, and neither of those cost you any money. What a win. Okay, so in the IONIQ 9, we're going to take it for a drive. Now you'll notice that I shut the door and the steering wheel automatically came towards me. My seat automatically moved forwards. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, as a driver, it's a very lovely place to be. It's very, very comfortable. And there's so much going on. There's so much to see. You've got your regen paddles, got buttons on the steering wheel, somewhere to charge your phone. Your climate control being down here and all being easily accessible is just fantastic. So let's put it into drive. Now it's down here on the right hand side, which makes life really easy because you're not fiddling around down here trying to change your drive mode. It's busy here, loads of people trying to get in and around. So I'm just gonna wait for someone to move before I can. There we go. The question of course is, what is it like to drive? It is really a big old bus, isn't it? You know, it's quite a big vehicle. It's heavy, it's very long. It's a big car, but you can tell it's a big heavy car when you're driving it, but it is very calm. It's very easy to drive. Your windows are big, your mirrors are big, everything about it makes it much easier to drive. It doesn't feel quite as big as it actually is. And you've got all the assistance and everything around you to help you drive this and make it a very comfortable and relaxed drive. In terms of taking your family out, you can't really go wrong. With the 4 Isofix in the back, it's more than big enough for most families, and a cracking size boot. It's a really good size family car. It's even bigger than the EV9. Obviously this shares a platform with that car, but somehow they've managed to shoehorn a bigger boot into this. As such, it really does make it quite compelling in terms of all the stats, in terms of how many litres of boot space it's got, your Isofix points, your seats, your comfort. If you want to take your family out in comfort and style, then yes, it's pretty nice. You're obviously not going to win any competitions in a drag race with this, but it is an EV, so your power is right there at the touch of your toes. It goes really quickly, it doesn't hang around. You can overtake on the motorway quite nice and simply. You can get up to speed off a slip road. It's all very, very accessible, the power. And to drive it is just so comfortable and relaxing. It eats up the bumps and the miles like you wouldn't expect, actually. You don't feel it. And even though it's quite slab-sided, it doesn't warble around too much. It's not a blancmange. You obviously feel the size, but it's not debilitating. It doesn't make it difficult to drive or a pain to drive. In terms of a driving experience, I've got a heads-up display in front of me on this calligraphy trim, which I love, a heads-up display, because all your information is right there in front of you. You've got your 360 cameras and your guidelines for your reversing and everything, which just makes life loads easier. You got all the safety systems in here that you'd expect on a big family SUV. You've got your speed limit warning and your lane departure assist and all of that sort of jazz, which you obviously really, really want, don't you, in a car like this? Do you know what? It's surprisingly manoeuvrable, even if you're a doofus like me and drive down a dead end. And have to do a 25-point turn. Another thing about this car, being designed, I think, by the makers of Minecraft, you've got your pixels absolutely everywhere, which are part of the design language of this car. But the ones on the steering wheel do light up to give you an idea of your state of charge also, how much range you have left in the car, which is really, really handy. It's all functional. It's not just to look good, which, I mean, it does look good, right? As someone who has some children, finding the best family car is always a compromise, because you always have, yes, I've got the seats, and then you compromise on the boot space, or you have the boot space and one of them, you know, you have to pick your favourites and one of them has to walk or get the bus. So this is a perfect compromise because you get both. You've got all the seats, you've got all the boot space, you've got the compelling drive, the cheapness of running an EV, obviously charging it at home. We know about the benefits of an EV in terms of that, but you also get the benefits of all the weight being on the floor with the battery cells, which I think is what stops it from blancmanging about a bit. So it's time for a conclusion. I suspected that this car would probably be one of my favourite family SUV, maybe. And the reasons for that before I got in it were, I knew about the space, I knew about the styling, all things you can research beforehand. However, that needs to be backed up by how it drives and how it actually feels once you're in it. And I have to say, it feels unbelievably comfortable. It feels like there is an unbelievable level of calm and relaxation in here. It's a very, very good place to be, which, yep, again, I know. There is the cliche itself. But for comfort, for taking your family out, right? What more could you ask for? It feels fantastic in here. It really, really does. Five things I love about the Hyundai IONIQ 9. Number one, it's got to be the driving position. You're so commanding, your view is brilliant, it looks absolutely great out there. Number two, it has to be this screen across the middle. The way it floats, it sits brilliantly. Number three, it's this floating center console because it moves backwards and forwards and gives you absolute ultimate flexibility. Number four, it's got to be the space in this middle row with these captain's chairs. And number five, it's the space in the back. Yes, there's absolutely tons of space for your third row passengers. What more could you want? So, would I buy it? Yes, I would, because it ticks every box for your family. It feels great to drive, it looks great, good range. Genuinely, what's not to like? And there you have it. Family SUV of the year. My favourite family SUV. Absolutely. Please do like and subscribe. It does allow me to do more of this. And put in the comments below what you think. Do you like this colour? Do you like the style? Is it your favourite family SUV? Come back and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.